Today I got a package to unbox. We're gonna go ahead and open her up here. So it's the Buddistick Pro, the Deluxe kit. Since USPS is trash and we had to rewrap my package, we'll start there. Alright, so now we got the top opened up. And that is significantly smaller than I expected.
That's what she said.
Alright, now time to get into the actual antenna. So it comes in a really nice bag. You can get a look on there. Bag's pretty high quality. Got some handles going along the whole thing. And then buddy pull. So now we can open it up. And look inside. We've got our coax, which is pretty decent. It's got some stress relief, but it's also got little hooks on it, so that way it can keep that strap there, I guess. Then you have the Versa hub, which up close looks pretty sturdy. Go ahead and set that over here. Then you got your two extension poles and then your whip. Those just go ahead and slide out here. So here's your whip. It's got a little rubber cap on the top there. I don't know if that's designed to come off or stay on. Well, I don't know. Guess we'll read in the instructions how that's supposed to go. Alright, then you got your two extension poles, which can come right on out. And then you have your actual coil. It's got like black and blue paint marks on it. So I was kind of confused because a lot of photos have a hard time really showing it. But the actual, like you can see down that way. Now with the light on, hopefully you can kind of see. So here's the actual coil, and it's got basically along this whole way, it's pretty much got holes that you can go off through and you tap through. Pretty straightforward. The rest of it, I mean, that part's kind of hollow and just goes into there. You connect them through the wire as a normal coil would, just to tap off at different points in the buddy pole. And here you've got 1, 2. So we'll go ahead and take these taps out, because these are honestly what kind of I was curious in how they worked. But if you look at them, they are just little J hooks. A little bit better. You can kind of see there's the little hook to it, and it's just a little brass piece. And then it's got some threads on it. And they're all kind of like that. Like I said, it comes with 3 actual taps, and then it comes with 2 extra colors of plastic screws. But nonetheless, it does have its own little slot in the bag. That's kind of cool. So I mean, everything has a place. You got your coil spot, your Versa hub spot, and then all of your taps go in here. Moving on to the other side now, that we went over that, we have here. So since I got the deluxe version, I have the 3 legs, and they're pretty decent by the looks of it. Just carbon. I wasn't sure if these were going to be metal or more of a composite material, and these appear to be more of a composite material. So we got 3 of those. And then you got your wire assembly, just on a little wire winder. This also comes with the tie-down strap and the actual eye bolt. It's not 550 cord, it's a little bit thinner, but it's definitely, it seems like pretty strong cordage. But thankfully, this bolt can interface, hopefully, into the bottom of the Versa hub. And once it screws down on there, then you can bolt down the Versa hub and keep it down. But nonetheless, that is the overall of what comes with it. Kind of in a rush with this kind of unboxing. I don't really have a whole lot of time before I had to head to work here. And figured I'd just open it up and show you guys. I'll probably show you guys a little bit more of an overview after I've played with it for a little bit. And kind of gotten a little bit better of a feel for it, and what kind of my first initial thoughts are. So here we have our system for the Mastworks tripod legs, where it just kind of got some shock cord and stands up a little bit on their own. So as we can see here, we can just kind of lift up the kit so that way it slides in at the right angle, hopefully. But get her in there, and then we just pull up this little knob and we just kind of align it into its little slot. A lot taller than I expected. So there's definitely some, if you're especially on some slippery ground, there is a bit of slop involved with it. But I think once you get it pretty much down, it's definitely designed to be lightweight. Once you get it down and kind of loaded on, then it should be pretty much good, hopefully. So one thing I am finding significantly, just as kind of a first impression, you can kind of see it this way here. So these are about 1 liter of water. So you see there. Yeah, it definitely, 1 liter of water definitely loads it enough that that leg just wants to slide out and it tends to bend a little bit. Same traffic on these two sides, so something to be noted. So I will say, for one thing, I'm about 6'1", so it's not too bad to reach up here and get this, but it is definitely, I mean, I'd say at least 6'5" tall without the actual mast, obviously. Now let's see, even with the mast collapsed, if I could even fit that in here. Yeah. Okay, so just as a test fit together inside, with the mast not extended or anything, it'll fit in the ceilings here. But yeah, you can see just trying to extend that, it's going to be pretty difficult to try and extend this. Obviously you want to extend it before you screw it in up there. It's interesting seeing the sizes on YouTube and online and stuff like that it finally gets here, and your actual reality of it. But again, I'm 6'1". The Versa hub is right at about my belly button. So, well, yeah, time to start looking into the destruction manuals and actually find out where they want me to tap this. You want to tap from the top. So for 10 meters, for example, they want you to do 2 coils. So you can kind of see here, every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coils, it's marked. But for 10 meters, it wants you to do 2, so 1, 2. They do say that they want you to, in the manual, make sure you have the hook facing upwards, so that way any shorted out wire is not going to get changed or affected. So we'll just go ahead and try and squeeze that in there. Okay, so we popped it in. Now that that hook is just loosely in there, we can go ahead and tighten her down and get it just kind of snug. You obviously don't want to torque it down and bend the wire outside of this coil. But then once we get it kind of snug down, it's got a rubber O-ring on there, so it shouldn't back off in theory. Once that, we can just plug in the little banana club. Plug in the little banana plug and right into the coil. And in theory, once we just extend the whip out, put out our counterpoise, come over here, got to change taps, which isn't too bad, but nonetheless, that one's the easier part. The hard part now is you got to go through here and find the corresponding thing, and that gets you close. The corresponding little